To the story now, students at the University of Limpopo in Mankweng are concerned about the scourge of drug dealing near the university. Students say drug dealers are now targeting students. Two alleged dealers were also arrested for selling Nyaope, crystal meth and cocaine to students. Joining us for more on this issue is University of Limpopo's SRC President Kamogelo Poto. Good evening, Kamogelo. Thank you very much for joining us on the program this evening. What a disturbing matter. Although we understand police have already arrested the two suspects found to have been selling drugs to students. Just talk to us about this matter of drugs at the institution.
Thank you very much for having us. Good evening to our viewers at home. The problem we have here in Cheflop, or rather here around the campus in University of Limpopo, is that we have drug dealers who are busy selling drugs just outside our premises. They are selling these drugs to young boys and girls, including some of our students, although the number is very low of our students who consume those things. And then we actually welcomed the arrest of the two perpetrators, but now we are very angered to learn that they've been released on a bail of just a mere 500. I mean, like, these are people who are actually destroying society by selling these drugs. And we've also made it clear that we wish more drug dealers can be arrested, and that these two who were arrested are not actually the big guys that we're looking for. We need more big guys to be arrested, people who are actually producers of these drugs, those who are distributing them to those who are on the ground here, selling them to our students. So,
but realistically, how can this be curbed? Because it also needs the assistance of society. We're going to have to get whistleblowers that will be willing to identify these individuals who are sometimes quite dangerous. What are your proposals to deal with these drug dealers that are in the near vicinity of the university?
What we have done as the SRC and as EFF Students Command, today we went to meet with workers at the business center Mankweng. This is the business center that actually these Nyaope boys are found. We had a fruitful engagement with them to say that anyone that we find selling Nyaope, or anyone that we find even smoking Nyaope just next to our university will actually be forced to deal with those people, will kick them away from our institution. But the other thing that we want to form committees of a community and also students, so that we are able to assist each other in identifying this problem. Because we understand that by dealing with the drug issue in Mankweng, we will also be dealing with crime by extension, because these are the same people who are robbing our students and the community at large.
So when you talk about forming some sort of entity with the community, is this to raise awareness or to actually try and identify the drug dealers? Because one would assume that even targeting those who would possibly get into the space of drugs, of taking drugs, is perhaps also could yield some positive results, where they are now going to be taken through some sort of awareness campaign where they learn the dangers of drugs.
What we need is actually awareness, but also action. We're going to do rounds with this committee that I'm speaking about in our local high schools here, to make young kids aware of the drug abuse or the drug problem that we have in Mankweng. But also on the action part, we need these people who are consumers of these drugs and people who are selling these drugs to be arrested and be thrown in jail for a very long time. Because it doesn't make sense, like I've said to you earlier on, that you would arrest people that you find with bags and bags of Nyaope and only release them on a bail of 500 rand. That is an insult to the community, and that is an insult to the country at large. So what we need both awareness and action to deal with this problem.
No, it's most certainly a great initiative on your part as the student command. But is the university willing to come to the party and assist as well?
The university has been engaged, and they are actually in solidarity with us. What we just need from the university is for them to assist us with the security, to say that when we go and do our rounds, our patrollings and our awareness, the campus security should be actually with us, so that when we arrest these people, we put them in the vans of our security and then we hand them over to the police, so that they are actually charged and are thrown in prison. So the university is fully on board. They will be working with us on this matter.
And then lastly, just before I let you go, the academic year officially started. How was the first week for the University of Limpopo? Any struggles?
Registrations, normally they would come with their own struggles. You know that being in an institution of higher learning, you'd find students both who are able to can pay for their registration fees and those who can't. But those were just the hiccups that we had. But the SRC deployed by EFF Students Command were able to find the means to clear students. I'm speaking here today, I can publicly declare that as the SRC, we managed to clear 4,000 students plus without paying a single cent. In this university, the EFFSC has developed a strategy to say that whether or not you afford, whether or not you come from a rich or a poor family, you must be able to access education, because we fully believe in an idea that says education must never be made a commodity, but a right afforded to all. So here, the struggles we had were just that students were unable to pay, but eventually they were assisted with registering. Speaking here today, they are all registered.
All right, quite commendable. Thank you very much for joining us, Kamogelo. That is University of Limpopo's SRC President, Kamogelo Poto, speaking to us.